Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, viewers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. At first, I welcome everybody to Bhavanipur Sapati Kamil Madrasa online class. So, dear students, keep in mind, as my running class, I am continue to take this class. Thank you very much. I would like to introduce myself. I am Mohammad Muqsid Ali, Assistant Teacher English, Bhavanipur Sapati Kamil Madrasa, Hatibanda Lal Manihat. So, dear students, I will share you on English second paper for class 6 to 10. Dear students, I want to start our today's lesson. Try to guess, dear students, and read out these sentences. Number 1, the man has a pen, has a house. Number 2, the man can live in the house. Number 3, the book gives us knowledge. Number 4, he is 30 years old. And last, number 5, I shall go home. So, dear students, these are assertive sentence. You know, assertive sentence has two kinds. One is affirmative and the other is negative. So, these are affirmative sentences, and we can make these sentences interrogative. So, next, today's topic is changing sentence affirmative into negative, rule number 1 and 2. So, dear students, keep a khata and a pen with you and be alert, be attentive to note down. Look, number 1, the man has a house. Here is red writing letter has, and you know this is a main verb. Has, originally it is an auxiliary verb. So, dear students, here is has, and we can write has at first of the sentence with not. So, the negative sentence is, hasn't the man a house? Now, look here, another example too. The man can live in the house. Here we can see can. So, can is an auxiliary verb, modal auxiliary. Okay. If there is modal auxiliary, we can use this auxiliary verb at first of the sentences with not. Yet there is no not in the example 1 and 2. So, dear students, already you have guessed in negative sentences. So, now what is the rule? The rule 1, if there is auxiliary verb in affirmative sentences, so auxiliary verb plus not if there is no not, and what can we use? It is used at first of the sentence. Next, other parts are same. So dear students, interrogative sign is always needed. You know the interrogative sign. Examples: look here, number 1, I shall go home. Here is also shall, red writing letter or red writing word, and we can take it at first of the sentence. So the word shall, the first letter is would, capital. So here is the interrogative sentence is, shan't I go home? Shan't I go home? So next, number 2, we are not the singers. Okay, we are not the singers. Here are not we find in this example number 2. Look here, are we the singers? Are is used or written at first of the sentence. So the negative is, are we the singers? Here is no not, because not is used in the example and the first sentence, question sentence. Okay, next, look here, another example. Every student has a pen like a sword. Here is an interesting, every student. So every is every, it's an student is noun, and then has, I mean main verb of have verb, that is auxiliary verb. So how can we change it? Every plus student, instead of these two words we can use who and has with not. So who hasn't a pen like a sword? Okay, dear students, rule number what would be? Next, if there is noun, if there is every plus noun plus auxiliary verb, so what should we do? Auxiliary verb, every plus noun, we can use who. Instead of every plus noun we can use who. Next, auxiliary verb plus not, it is newly used, other parts are same. And interrogative sign, we have to use interrogative sign. So dear students, this the rule number 2, and try to keep in mind if you change any affirmative sentence into negative. So next example, look here, everyone must call him. Here is also every plus noun 1 and auxiliary verb must. So every plus 1 we can use who instead of every plus 1, and must is also an auxiliary verb, so it is used with not, must not. So the negative interrogative sentence is who mustn't call him. Dear students, you find it and try to understand. If you find good, find better, you will share this video, share my class for your next better understanding in your profile. Next exercise, try to make this sentence interrogative as your best as you're trying. So dear students, never waste time and exercise. Thank you. Goodbye for today and goodbye to everybody. Allah Hafiz. So dear students, keep in mind and